So today is a big day in the garden. We are getting our covered garden situated. They dug everything up. We ended up going only 50 feet instead of 60 feet because we hadn't prepped this back area yet, or we hadn't prepped it well, and it was a lot of work for them to dig up the grass. So I said, just go to this post, that's fine. And in doing so, we'll possibly extend next year, but it may give the trees some more room. If you could see, there's an avocado tree that I did not irrigate this year, so it's not doing very well yet. I think it'll come back. And then there's the coconut trees. And so we'll go to here. They're now hauling compost from the chicken area up to here. And if you can see, I dug up, well, actually, Ulysses first dug up turmeric. And he's like, what is this? I'm like, it's turmeric. I said it in Spanish, it's curcuma. And I ended up planting all along the edge here. It was in that far corner. So I planted down here a bunch of it. It should grow without a problem. Don't know for sure, but it should grow without a problem. And then this I'm going to bring inside, but I had a ton. And I figure it will help repel insects. I don't think insects like most of the herbs. So some of them they do. But I'm thinking turmeric is one that they probably avoid. So being on the edge here is good. I also, if you remember, have all the Cuban oregano. And I have it in little containers as well. It spreads like crazy. So we're going to keep that around the posts, probably on the outside of the garden to help keep the bugs away. And then this here is going to be my strawberry bed. I don't have ends for it. I'm just going to fill it with dirt and not worry about the ends. And I just have 2 strawberry plants somewhere. Oh, where'd they go? I don't know where they are, but we will plant them in here and let them run and spread. Oh, here they are. They're not looking so hot. Hopefully they'll survive. Okay, so it's been a long day, and we have started to put up our covered garden. Unfortunately, as you can see, the wind is blowing and it's really shaking everything. This one looks like it's already pulled up. Yeah, it looks like it's already started to fall apart. So tomorrow I'm buying some stronger PVC piping, and we will fix it on, what day are we going to fix it? See here, it fell apart. We will fix it on Thursday. So today is Tuesday. So we dug up all the grass. We put some compost down. It will rain through here. I'm going to try and fix what I can now so that we can, it may fall apart again, but maybe it won't get worse. If I don't fix it, it will probably get worse. So let's see if I could even fix it. Okay, so this is pretty much what it should look like inside. We've got some tears in it already, which is not ideal. It's supposed to keep the bugs out, and with tears like that, it's not going to keep the bugs out. So we'll see how well it does. I love it if it works. And I think it will work. We'll just might have to do some minor repairs. But there's another hole. There's a bee in here, but it may have started in here. And as you can see, the wind is blowing, and it is blowing the whole thing, which isn't ideal. And these are not glued together yet. I wanted to make sure we knew what we were doing before we glued it, which was good because we ended up taking one down and moving it here. And that is helping. So what we're going to do is, these are 1/2-inch PVC piping. We're going to buy some 1-inch, and we're going to put them along here to help hold it up. We think that's all we really need to do, because it's like if these were glued, I think we wouldn't have had the problem I just had. And then, like I said, I have this tear, which isn't ideal, but I don't know what to say about that. So it's still a work in progress. But here it is from the end all the way down. And we did plant the strawberries that I got yesterday. Yesterday? 2 days ago, right here. And we'll see what the rain does to it. I'm hoping I don't have to buy a whole new cover because it was expensive. I keep giving updates on the air prune bed, but it is pretty cool to see. Again, I planted all this moringa thinking that I'd get 2 or 3 that germinated because they were pretty old seeds, and they seem to have all germinated. I moved some of them today, and I'm not sure the ones I moved are going to make it, but we'll wait and see what happens. These are my guanabana, and there's a few of them here. I think that's also guanabana, but it looks different. I don't know. It does look different. And then here should be the mallow trees, and they're doing well. I planted one, one mango. Couldn't think for a second. And then in this row, I planted the Coco Lobo, I think it's called, which is the rosewood trees. So everything else is doing pretty well. This one was also moved, and you can see it seems to be coming back. So maybe I'll get lucky. This one was moved. It's not coming back, but we'll see. I really have to thin this more, but I figure for now it's doing fine, and I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna move this back so nobody pulls those seeds. And but it's only been about a week since we planted in the air prune bed, and everything's doing great. My lemongrass just keeps getting thicker and thicker, so I'm going to move some over here. This is what I did with the last lemongrass. I have to go back and check the video, but I'm pretty sure I just put cardboard down the tire. I think I actually put cardboard in the tire, but this time I put it under the tire and then filled it with dirt. And I'm gonna just plant in the center. And since it's the rainy season and we're getting a lot of rain, the cardboard should disintegrate quick enough that the lemongrass can go through it, and not so fast that the grass will grow up before the lemongrass grows. So if that works, I'm gonna do more lemongrass. Not so much because I love lemongrass, but it looks great and it should help keep bugs away. So that's all for the garden today. That's really all we did today. So that's it. Oh, look. As I'm talking, a flower fell on my moringa, which we don't want. It came from over here, it blew. So the wind is blowing. The storm is about to happen. Again, this is sort of falling, sort of holding. We'll see. Hope for the best. Okay, update on my garden. I haven't planted anything yet, but it fell down the other day and had a hole. So we repaired the hole. We made it more structurally sound. It actually has a wire that goes through the top, as well as bigger PVC pipes. So these are 1/2 inch, these are 1 inch, and I guess we won't know till tonight when the breeze starts to blow and the rain starts if it's gonna last. But I think it is. I'm pretty confident, not overly confident, but pretty confident. And now we're working on the syntropic agroforest. So I will show you that next. thought before I did that, I should give you an update on my air prune bed. This will probably be my last update for a while, but these again are the ballow, which is used for typically for fencing. Here, I believe, is I forget what it's called, rosewood. I'm sorry, sandalwood tree, but that's not what it's called. But it makes sandalwood. These are the guanabanas. I only have a few, but they're growing. I'm not sure that this one's guanabana. And I was going to plant over here some more lemongrass, but I had put the strawberries in the covered shelter, and it did not work because it was too hot for them. So I've moved them. I'm not sure they're going to make it, but we're going to give them a try. I may have killed them in the heat for 2 days in there. It is way too hot in there. I didn't think it would heat up. It blocks some of the sun, but not a lot of it. And then it lets the water through when it rains. So I thought it would let more of the heat escape, but it's pretty hot in there. So I've got to really think about what I'm planting in there. I can do a lot of peppers. Peppers will love the heat. I think I can do okra in there. Okra would like the heat. I'm not sure if mustard would like the heat, because most greens won't, but maybe that's one that will. But I was going to do lettuce and cabbage, and that is not going to go over in there. So I'll have to plan that somewhere else some other time, but we'll figure that out. I may end up putting those things in the food forest under some of the trees, because they don't need as much sun, and that will be a little cooler for them. So that's an option. I think I'm going to try radishes in both places. I was going to try some asparagus, but I don't have high hopes for that. So we'll see. But let me show you the food forest next. So my camera died yesterday when I was going to show you the beginning of our food forest here. Here is my first line. I think I showed you this when there was nothing here. We put a cacao on the end. You would not usually put a cacao on the end, but it gets a lot of shade here. It will still get some sun. So what we did to help shade it was put a plantain here. And there's another cacao over there also where there's a good amount of shade from these teak trees. This is a jabuticaba, also known as an Brazilian grape tree. It's the tree that grows the grapes on the trunk of the tree. It's really cool looking. We won't have fruit for about 7 years probably, which is a bummer, but it will grow. It's a very high, large tree, so it will end up helping to shade the cacao, but unfortunately it's going to take a while. So next to that is, what is next to that? Oh, I planted some seeds here. We'll see if they come up. This is the ballow tree. Here was my moringa. It seems like it died, but I've got some new leaves coming out, so we're going to hope that it makes it. I don't know why it's leaning so much, but we're going to hope that it makes it. This is a coffee, Robusta coffee. Doesn't look so good itself. It's probably getting too much sun right now. But again, we're all hoping for the best. Next to it is a papaya. The papaya should grow quickly and help provide some shade. The moringa should also grow quickly and provide both shade, and it's a chop and drop that can provide other things. Ooh, I have a big gap here. I don't know why. Oh no, I think I planted some ballow here, but it is not marked, so I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I did. This one is also a moringa. It's the center. I don't know if it's going to grow, but I figured I'd put it there and we'll see. If not, I'll have a little moringa in a little while from the air prune bed, and we'll put that there. This is another papaya, another coffee plant. and then another plantain. Here they will move the plantains at that size. In a lot of places when they're moving them, they take it, they cut everything off, and they plant it underground and let it grow itself. But this is how they replant them here, so I left it. There is nothing past that. We could put more in there. So the other thing you see is we did not dig up, we did not till. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to put down a lot of sticks to keep the grass from growing. I'm going to put a really thick layer of sticks. I'm actually going to put them up next to each other to help keep the grass from growing. And then we'll cover it with some more dead grasses, dead leaves, that kind of stuff, and let it break down. It does two things. One, it covers the grass so the grass doesn't get sun, so it doesn't grow, hopefully. And two, it provides nutrients to the soil. I may throw a little bit of sheep poop on top of all that, but we'll see. I don't think I'm going to get it all done today, but I'm just going to collect sticks and whatnot. I'm going to try and use this that's here, but I'm also collecting just sticks and stuff. I was going to use banana trunks and cut them in half and lay them out, but the bananas have a fungus, and I'm a little concerned because the plantains don't seem to, but they can get that fungus. So I decided to keep the banana trees out of here. I think at some point I'm going to take all the banana trees down and plant something else in the chicken area. For two reasons. One, it has a lot of fertility because of the chicken poop. So it's good to have plants in there. There's also some guanabana. There was a guava in there, but I don't think so. There was some huckleberry in there, but I think the guys cut that down. I'm not sure why. And then, so we'll cut down all the banana, plant something else. And banana is something, I'd rather have the plantain than the banana anyway. Although it'd be nice to have some banana trees that could provide some fruit. It's not a priority. So we're going to start working on this and we'll go from there. So I thought before we'd leave for the week, I'd show you the ducks. They are growing so fast. All 6 have done really well. If you remember, we had 7. One got killed by, I believe, a rodent during the first night, and the rest are doing great. Here they are. Let me see if I could get the better light. Mama is still protecting them quite a bit, but as you can see, the 3 closest to us have Mama's coloring a little bit, 1 very much, the other 2 a little bit, and the other 3 will end up being white. All the yellow turns to white. But they're doing really great. They're cute. And they eat on their own. They do go through the fence and visit the chickens, but not much. I think it's still just the same one. I posted an Instagram picture of one sitting on the other side of the fence. But they're doing really well. And they're, I want to say, about close to 2 weeks old. A week and a half at this point. But they look great. Mama's still really protecting them. And maybe we'll give you another update next week. I don't know what next week is going to hold. It's been a super busy week this week for us with all the planting and the gardens and all that. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you want to follow along as we homestead here in Panama, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you're notified when our next video comes out. And if you want to see more of anything that we show on the farm, let us know in the comments. We'll see you next week. Bye.